$100 million and made his massive fortune with Mortgage Choice, the visionary company he started with his brother in 1992. Since then, his interests have diversified and he's an investor in a number of companies in the technology and data industry, as well as property. Peter's a competitive polo player and established the Sydney Polo and Country Club. Serena Russo is one of Queensland's most well-known success stories. Her empire includes the Russo Institute of Technology and Serena Russo Job Access, as well as extensive real estate holdings. Serena is a graduate of the Harvard Business School and was inducted into the Businesswomen's Hall of Fame in 1998. The Serena Russo Group has an annual turnover of $60 million. If the world of celebrity is a game, one of the biggest players is Darren Lyons.
We got Bex, we got Posh, we got Jordan.
I want her in the bloody snow.
Darren's London-based photo agency, Big Pictures, has been responsible for some of the most famous tabloid pictures in the world. His business empire includes music publishing, fashion labels, and a yacht charter company in Saint-Tropez. He's worth $65 million. Now, he may look a little colourful, and guess what? He is. Susie Daphnis's fortune includes the highly successful Powwow events. She published the #1 best-selling book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, as well as heading the Australian Businesswomen's Network. Susie's based in Phoenix, Arizona, and her extensive property portfolio alone is worth $20 million. Simon Reynolds is one of Australia's most accomplished ad executives and is chairman of Love Communications. He made his fortune developing a number of ad agencies and is a co-founder of the Photon Group, which is currently valued at over $200 million. Simon is a true believer in the benefits of holistic living, but don't let that fool you. Our most zen of dragons is still capable of breathing fire. Over the next hour, you'll meet the budding tycoons and inventors desperate to get their hands on the dragon's cash. There's only one catch. They must get at least what they ask for, or they don't get a cent. First up in the den is a man with no shortage of confidence, but with a slight shortage of funds to develop his invention. Short to the tune of $240,000. What has fitness freak Mark Alexander come up with for our dragons? Mark has always been interested in good health, and he loves competing in triathlons. He's a full-time physiotherapist and runs his own small practice in St Kilda. So what's his business idea? Well, this may help. Mark got his idea while working as a physio for the Australian Olympic team.
I love this product. It's taken me 3 years to get to this point, and I believe it's going to make a significant impact to 90% of Australians' lives. Good afternoon. My name's Mark Alexander, and I'm the Managing Director of BakBalls, a unique device that allows back pain sufferers to treat their own backs in the comfort of their own home. In just 9 months, BakBalls has turned over $300,000. Our mission with BakBalls is to become the most recognisable back care brand in the world. For a mere $240,000, you can secure 10% equity in this high-return, low-risk, low-overhead, rapidly expanding company.
$240,000 for 10%? That's a big ask. And for what exactly? Well, let's check out the concept. BakBalls is a one-piece polyurethane device designed to treat back pain and stiffness. Each ball targets points along the spine, delivering direct pressure to stiff or aching joints and muscles. As a therapeutic device, it enables sufferers to treat themselves, relieving their own back pain safely, and it's portable enough to use almost anywhere. So Mark's wanting $240,000 to expand a business that's kicked off strongly.
So how have you sold so many products?
The reason we've sold so many is we were on a prime time current affairs show last year. We had 1.5 million hits on the website in the first week, and we sold 5,000 units in the first 2 days. 90% of most people on this planet have felt back pain at some stage of their life.
What do they retail for?
Retailing at the moment for $40.
And month by month, are you profitable at the moment?
Oh, extremely profitable. Well, as I said, revenue's $300,000. Our profit is 50% net. I've got $150,000 sitting in the bank.
Is it your business, 100%?
100% my business.
100%.
So you invented the product as well?
I did.
I like the fact that you're making money and you've got money in the bank. And I'd like to participate in the opportunity to make money with you going forward. What share of your company would you give me for that 240, besides the 10% you've already offered?
What share would you like?
About 90.
If you were in my position, I'm sure you wouldn't accept that.
You're right. What would you accept in a man in your position?
10% obviously is my starting bid at $240,000. I'd be prepared to go to 12.5.
Mark, this is a great product. You're a smart guy. You've made a great start. The problem for us is that so many businesses look promising and then they fail for a variety of reasons. So for an investor, we need much more than 12.5% to counteract the risk of losing every cent we put into it.
Sure.
You've got to give us much more, mate. What's the highest you can give us?
I'm not going to give away more than 50% of the company.
Could that be right? In a heartbeat, Mark has gone from 12.5% to talking about 50%. Peter Higgins wants to find out if he's for real.
You're talking 50%. Is that what you're offering us?
Not at all. Not at all. For you, 25%. I think you're getting an absolute bargain.
Mark, could you just get 2 tennis balls and stick them together?
No, you could, but it wouldn't be the same.
I congratulate you. I think your innovation is awesome. Your presentation was great. I hope that you know, you are a little bit more generous with your 25% for $240,000. But at this point in time, I'd like to say I'm out.
From my point of view, the valuation's wrong. You've got a good business. Maybe you don't need us, but if you wanted us, if you wanted to really grow your business, I'd have to be talking 40% for that kind of money.
Is that a no?
I don't know. You decide. Yours?
I'd be willing, after looking at the opportunity, to go to 30%, but at this stage, that is honestly my final offer.
There's something not sitting right with me. And I think what it is just the nature of a product that sort of here today, gone tomorrow. Congratulations. Well done getting it this far. I know you're going to make a lot of money. I just don't know for how long. I'm not going to be a part of sharing the money-making process with you on this occasion. I'm out.
By the look of Mark's face, either the den is awfully hot or the dragons are getting to him.
So let me ask, if we did convince Mark to go ahead with this, would I get any interest from the other dragons?
I might still be interested. 40%, I'd still talk.
Darren is still in, which leaves Mark 3 dragons to play with. But for how long?
Donald Trump said one of his strategies for success is being lucky. And I think you've been very lucky. I would count PR as luck, a little bit. You can be strategic about it. And so I don't know whether you'll sustain that growth without changing some of your strategies. I think the company's overvalued. I think it's great. I love the product. I think America will be fabulous for you, but I'm out.
I'm in the same situation. I can't say anymore. I think it's overvalued. I think you're going to make a lot of money out of it. But I think you've gone in too strong. And I think you may have lost out and may regret it.
I know we could do a lot with it. I know just online what I could do with it from a marketing point of view. 40%, 600 grand valuation for a business that's only been around for 9 months. Would you really walk out that door and not take that?
I'd have to think about that for a while.
Go and have a think.
Do you want to make a decision now?
I'd actually like to make a phone call to my fiancée, if that's all right.
The deal is sitting on a knife edge. While Mark makes one of the most important calls of his professional life, the dragons take the opportunity to sort out their own position.
But there is the question, is it a fan?
Yeah. Hello. We've missed you.
I would happily walk away from here going into business with some of the dragons sitting in front of me today, most definitely.
At the 40% mark.
Pardon?
At the 40% mark for 240,000.
My last bid was at 30, I believe. I would meet you halfway with that.
Look, why don't we cut to the chase? As a dragon, I would put in half. In other words, I need another dragon to put in 120,000, which would then be 240 grand, what you wanted for 40% of the company. So that's where I stand on it. It now all rests on A, whether you're prepared to go to 40%, and B, whether there's a dragon here that will match me.
That comes down to who that dragon will be. And the answer could potentially be yes.
So that's the question, dragons. Is there anyone in?
Well, my position's the same.
My position is the same. I'm out.
And my position's the same.
And I've just made up my mind that my position is the same now. I'm out.
Well, that's unfortunate because at 40% I would have been interested, definitely.
I thought it was 35 a minute ago.
Pardon?
I thought it was 35 a minute ago.
That's what I said. I said...
That's business, though. You've got a deal on the table. You can negotiate only so far before you lose it or win it. You've lost it.
I've got to be matched by them. It's too big a risk. It's too line ball to put the 240 in myself. Go halfway and use the expertise of another dragon. Trouble is, there ain't no other dragons. So, from my point of view, I guess we're all out. But I do want to say this. I think you make a fortune.
So by pushing the dragons too far, Mark Alexander walks away with nothing.
There was a deal on the table. He had the opportunity. He sweated over it. He went out and made a phone call. He had a deal.
I admire him for fighting for the last 5%. You know, he's in the trenches in his business and he's prepared to just struggle for that last inch of ground.
But that's business.
I want to ask you this. You singled out Darren as possibly the unknown quantity amongst the dragons for you as a business partner. Why was that? He was very interested in the idea.
Well, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and obviously there was a lot of negotiations out there, but he could have actually come out and said that, and we could have discussed it further, but he didn't.